So 450s here. The 450 race kind of went.
It's kind of boring, honestly.
It went the way I thought the whole night was going to go. When you looked at the track layout originally, track map, did you think, bunch of 90s, 3 180s, this isn't going to be fun? Yep. One line, not a lot of passing, not very exciting.
So that 90 where everybody was shitting on Ferrandis, that was a passing spot that I've seen a lot of guys make a move on.
Yep.
I thought, well, that those couple bull turns had a couple passes in them.
The bull turns were okay. I was disappointed the first right-hand 180 after the start, so you went through the 2 lefts and then you did that right out in the outfield there. I was disappointed that wasn't a bigger bull turn. It was just kind of like a little berm turn.
Yeah, or Baggett went down?
Yes, I think so.
Yeah, into the split section.
No, not into the split section. After, so you go through the split section.
And then it was triple, and it was a flat corner.
Yeah, and it was basically a flat corner.
Yeah,
I was disappointed that was not a bull corner. You've only got 3 180s, and one of them's not a bull corner. Right. That's kind of fucking stupid. But anyway, so 450s.
Let's start off right with the winner.
Tomac.
So everybody kind of, there's some comments last week about me kind of shitting on him a little bit.
Yep.
But this is the guy that everybody was supposed to see way earlier. Like, this is the Eli Tomac that everybody is supposed to see. Those first 2 rounds, I don't think we got that.
Nope. But I give him credit. This is the best in the last 3 years Tomac has been after 3 rounds. He's 5 points out.
Last year, he was about the same year, I think.
No, he was down more than that.
Was he?
Yeah.
So he's 5 out, but this is, again, this is what Kenny needed to do last week.
Yep.
And this is absolutely what Eli needed to do this week.
Yep. And we all were worried after A1, and now here we are 3 weeks later, and we're not worried anymore.
But that Tomac is the balls out Tomac that I don't think a lot of people can beat.
Nope.
I think Cooper Webb at the end of that main had the speed. The only guy that I see that might have something for him, I truly believe Cooper might have something for him.
Yep, I think so too.
But can Tomac do this for 17 races? No.
Nope, we've seen it. And if he does, he's going to hit the deck.
I think he still just has one of those, a couple bizarre, weird rides that we see, and you can't have that. You absolutely can't have that, and he is supposed to be the guy.
I don't think we've seen the end of him having a 12th place finish or whatever.
No.
So
last night he kind of snuck his way through the first couple corners.
Yep.
If he does that in the Triple Crown next week, he's
And
good.
how did he do it? Inside gate. Took the inside gate because he knew everybody pushed out in those corners. Worked out well for him. Okay.
Smart.
Did you see Kenny start in the main?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Him and Vince Friese are really good at starting way back, and they kind of roll the gate.
Yep. Which is a good move.
Yeah, and it was just like, once that bike, I don't know if he shifts into third or whatever, but or however they got the launch control on it.
Who
but
knows?
Once they get out to a certain point, that bike's gone.
But
like back to Tomac, like that was like he was untouchable.
And he was
I was
good
kind
all
of
day.
staying away from him for my fantasy picks because of the whole start thing.
Yep.
And the reason being is when you watch practice, those guys do the practice starts. He's buried off both of them.
Much like he is most of the mains.
Right. So that's what we needed. That's what he needed. That's what everybody is expecting out of him. But where I'm at is he can't do that for 17 rounds. There's no way. He's going to have a weird, bizarre round like he always does.
Yes, he is.
And with Kenny getting second and Kenny getting third or something like that, he ain't doing it.
And the thing is I think Kenny has hit the point of his career where he is now smarter about it. And I know we talk about it all the time. But look at that. Eli caught him, passed him, and started gapping him, and Kenny did not change at all. Kenny in the past, I think, would have tried to fire back.
And Kenny, he was being real smart about it too. He was like, well, I was skimming the whoops, didn't really make up any time. So I started jumping the whoops, lost a little time. So I skimmed the whoops again, made up a little more time. And he just kind of knew
that he wasn't going to get it.
Yeah, and he was changing his lineup, and he was trying. And then once he chipped into it and couldn't really do it, it's like, hey, I'm not the best guy tonight.
Yep. Took second, got out of there, good points. But
did Tomac have more in the tank? Did he get 5 seconds out and have more in the tank?
Maybe. I don't know. Both those guys
because they kept it 4 or 5 seconds a little bit. The whole.
I would say Tomac was 5 seconds ahead of him, and he was 5 to 6 ahead of everybody else.
And Webb was coming at the end.
He was.
Webb got going a little slow, but.
Yep, took him a while to get going, but he did. Yes, like you said, he was coming through. He was turning good laps. I don't know, man. I feel like Tomac did have more. I mean, he was a second and a half faster than Kenny for a fair majority of that main there. So when you're that much faster, it's a big deal. I think he could have gone faster had Kenny actually pushed the pace. But again, Kenny knew bike wasn't that good for him, for that track, for that night.
Whoops, yeah.
Yep. So he was just like, forget it. I'll just settle in. I'll take the second. Solid second place. Red plate on the big red Honda. Yes.
It's gonna look sweet.
It's gonna look awesome.
Yeah, and what are the points? Barsha's still in second?
Barsha's in second, 3 down, and Eli is in third,
I think
5
Barsha's
down.
still kind of struggling from being sick.
I believe
think
that is
maybe
the case also.
maybe last week he got sick like 2 days before or whatever.
Yep.
And it didn't hit him as hard, and he rode through it, got through it, and then it just drained him. I think the second week of sickness is always harder than the first.
I think it is too, and I think we saw that with Webb, and we saw it again here with, Osborne called into the Pulp show on last Monday and said that his was like almost a week-long sickness before he started to feel better, and it luckily hit him early before A1. So A1 he was kind of but then he kind of got over it by the time we got to St. Louis.
Good ride for him too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He's definitely one to be up there.
After the heat, I didn't really expect it, but no, good ride for Osborne while we're on him. I don't really have a ton to say about his ride, but other than he kept pushing, kept charging, and Webb's ride charging right there at the end.
Oh yep.
So I think Webb is back to form.
Yes.
Watch out for him.
Yep.
If he gets a start, I think he can mess with Tomac, man.
I don't think he's going to do anything crazy good this coming weekend. Because we're in Phoenix, Glendale, whatever you want to call it.
It depends.
The whoops are big.
It depends.
And they pack in and they don't break down because the dirt's so hard.
Yeah.
So he's going to struggle there.
Yep. It just depends on if they're jumpers or if he can get it figured out magically this week. But and another guy I kind of want to point out was, did you kind of see that mid-race slump from Anderson?
Sneaky
He
good.
started going backwards, and he just kind of looked like he was just gassed, rejuvenated himself somehow. I don't know. And shit, man, like he moved his way right back up and passed some pretty damn good riders.
He did. He was getting blown away, and then all of a sudden, boom.
So
like
impressive way to, I don't know, get rid of your arm pump or whatever the hell he did, but
he is sneaky good. Like,
good,
sneaky good this year.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he was on the box.
Last night was he?
I don't know. He was he
or 2 nights ago? I think he was 4th or 5th.
4th or 5th, something like that.
But
anyway,
still.
He's like 4th in the points. He's like right there with everyone. And it's like we haven't hardly seen him on TV all year. Which means he hasn't been doing anything spectacular.
And he loves that because that fits right into this whole personality that he's trying to play right now.
Oh, yes. He doesn't, like I said, he doesn't want to be in the limelight. I don't think he wins another title just because of self-sabotage, because on a mental note, he won't allow himself to do it again because he doesn't want to be in that limelight. But he is going to be a factor the entire season unless he gets hurt.
Yep.
He will be there. And it will not surprise me to see him get a win.
AC kind of did what I think AC is going to do. He's going to have flashes of speed, but that's kind of where he's at right now.
I think very much so. On any given night, he could win. I don't think that's an issue speed-wise.
Last night, it truly where he is in the class right now. What did we say at the beginning of the year? Fourth to 7th guy or whatever?
I think so. 3 to 6, 3 to 7, yes. He's right in that range. Every week in and week out, as long as he doesn't get hurt or something real wild doesn't happen, I think that is speed-wise where he fits in. But again,
I think he goes balls out next week though and really wants one of those.
I think so too.
One of those main wins, 3 mains or whatever you want to call them.
It's gonna be, man. The thing is with this 450 class, man, there are so many guys. I mean, dude, in our RM Fantasy for our whatever the hell it is pick. The one that's not in the top 5. I mean, we're looking at 11th and 14th and that kind of stuff, and we're picking dudes that have won 250 titles. Dude, I mean, that's the thing. You're talking like Plessinger, Wilson, Malcolm's. I mean, these are guys that have won 250 titles. They're solid dudes. They should be top 10 guys, but there's just so many factory level good guys that it's impressive. Like, you don't even know where to go.
Right.
Where do you go with it?
It's going to be interesting for Paul picks too. I've been saving Freezy.
Oh, I'm picking Brayton this week.
I've saved Brayton.
Brayton is on my radar for this week.
And Hill, what did Hill get? Did he kind of have a bad main?
Yeah, he went down with
Davalos.
With Davalos. Yeah, I don't remember where he finished. I didn't write it down.
Watch his handicap. There might be a little movement there for him.
There might be. It might be okay.
And I give it to Hill. He's not Tampa Hill, but he's been sticking right around the top 10. So
yeah, he has. He is much better than I anticipated. But for anyone who's out there saying he's going to win, I don't see that.
I don't know. Yeah,
there's just too many dudes.
He doesn't have the
base
base from the last couple of years either.
And I mean, the thing is like it's only going to get worse. Like next year, think about it. Who do we got coming next year? Frenchie's coming out of the 250 class. You've got McElrath is coming out of 250s. Is there anybody else? Oh, Sexton. Dude, so now you're adding 3 more guys. You're literally at, what, 22 dudes? Factory dudes? Factory level guys?
Hurt right now, too? Is anybody out?
I don't know. I mean, and then you could possibly have Craig.
Muscant's out.
Yeah, and Marv's not here, and he's contracted for next year.
Craig needs a 450.
Dude, I know. I mean, you could be looking at next year 25 guys that are
Chad's retiring.
Factory level. Yep.
Chad's retiring.
Oh, yeah. Dude, every week he goes into the LCQ, and I'm just like, oh, man, Chad.
I called the knack-knack, though. Anything else you want to touch on? There's one thing that I want to touch on, but there's anything...
I think I'm pretty good. There wasn't a whole lot. Again, that race was more what I thought the whole racing evening was going to be like.
I want to talk about Blake Baggett.
Good point.
I want to talk about Blake Baggett. He ran Roxon down very, very quick.
He did.
And I think he would have made a move really quick. I would have loved to see how that played out because I think Roxon could have maybe held Tomac enough to give Baggett some breathing room, and we would have had a really interesting main.
I think so, because Baggett was definitely on the move before he put it down. So, and that would have, like I said, been very interesting to see him get by and how much of a gap could he get before Tomac got up there. Now, granted, I'm 50-50 on whether he wins or not if he does get by Kenny, because Tomac was good.
But Baggett's a fighter.
And Baggett is a fighter, but man, I don't know. Tomac was that next level speed Tomac that we all look at.
So where did Baggett end up?
I don't know. He was bad. Like I said, I ain't ready
watch
down.
his handicap next week.
Yeah, he could be a good one too. But the thing is, he's gonna be an all-star. So
you think still?
Yeah, he's gonna be in the top 10.
I think the points are all so close. He might not even be an all-star.
I don't know,
He should have bet the last 2 rounds.
Yeah,
keep an eye on Baggett. But man, why is that guy so up and down?
He's Blake Baggett, dude.
Wherever the wind blows, that's where Baggett goes.
I think after seeing the speed though and how good he's been at the beginning of the year here, man, he's another guy. If he gets a win this year, does not surprise me.
Yeah.
So, all right, next week, first Triple Crown. We're in the desert. We're in Arizona. We're in Phoenix. Hard dirt, big whoops. Haven't seen the track map. Long ass start. 3 long ass starts for both classes. Picks going in there. And we'll do, we got time here, so we'll do multiples. We'll do, we'll go with, for lack of a better term, the gangbang wins, and then we'll go with overalls.
I think Webb. I've been calling Webb every week.
At some point he's going to win one.
At some point he's going to win. I think Webb pulls out the overall just because of his consistency. He's what, 3-3?
Yep.
And he's healthy again?
Yep.
So Webb, come on, man, you got to do it for me this week.
Yeah, he's 3-3-12 or 3-12-3, whatever for the year.
So you got to do it for me this week. But if he goes 3-3-3 or 3-2-1 or whatever, I think he gets at least one main win.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Kenny gets a gangbang win.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's 3 different winners.
Yep.
Depending on the track, again, the whoops, the starts, all that kind of stuff. That third longer one, I could see maybe Tomac.
Okay.
So I got a Webb main win, I got a Kenny main win, and I got a Tomac main win, and I got a Webb overall.
Okay. I'll give you my 450s, what you think about your 250s here, so you're not right on the spot. So in 450s, I agree with you. I think there are 3 different winners. However, I'm gonna shock the world a little bit here, and maybe not shock the world, but
You celebrating?
well, hold on here. So in the first one, I could see, because it's the shortest, either Brayton
AC.
or Mookie.
I see an AC.
I don't know that I see an AC at this one. I see either a Brayton or a
What about
Mookie.
Mookie, man?
Dude, they can go fast for fucking 8 minutes, whatever it
I haven't
is.
seen Mookie get a good start.
Second one, Ken, all day long. And the third one, the long one, I'm with you on, I think Tomac pulls out the third one. Overall, though, I also agree with you. I think Webb is in it. All three of them. I think he consistently just pulls it out. Boom, gets the overall.
It's going to be between him and Roxy because
yes.
he's a consistent game.
Yep. So, but like I said, I've been waiting on Brayton, and I can see Brayton or Malcolm pulling that first one because I think Brayton absolutely salivates over these Triple Crowns.
Yeah, he's in a good mindset going.
I think actually there's a lot of guys in that class that are going.
Ben Freeze's
I
going
have
in
a
with a
chance.
good mindset. So
The reason I don't see AC pulling a win is because even though AC has done the Triple Crowns in the 250 class and he knows it's wild, it's, I think, a whole different step of wild for the 450s.
okay.
And
I'm
don't
just looking
think
at the
he's
first
gonna
one
see
for
that.
him because we've seen him get a start and win a heat.
Yep.
The first one's basically a heat.
Basically, yes.
So
But again, I think there is a whole different wildness to these main events in this than what there is
The
in
first
either
one's
the
gonna
250
be
class
wild,
or even the
Balls out
450
heat
main
race
heats. Yep. So 250s, go ahead.
I go Fortner with the first main win.
Bold move, Cotton.
I just think because he gets a start and it's short enough.
Bold move, Cotton.
And I think Ferrandis wins the next two.
And who gets the overall then?
Ferrandis.
Do you think he's going to be that consistent on starts to be able to pull that off?
I'm kind of thinking, hoping, I don't know. I'm just pure speculation right here. He gets in a rhythm of doing the starts.
Okay. And that would be why I think he wins the third one.
Okay.
However,
He does the first two, shits the bed, and then kind of gets in the rhythm, figures it out.
Yep, and I don't have Fortner winning. I think we are going to see, like I said, Ferrandis win the third one. I think Cooper is going to win one of them. And who else do we got? I guess Jet's not going to be there.
Can I get a Craig?
Possibly Craig the first one, because the whoops are going to be big, so they're going to favor
He's a
him.
heat race guy. So.
Yeah, so Craig for the first one. I think Coop's going to win the second one, and I agree with you on the fact I think Frenchie is going to get in rhythm of the starts and win the third one with the speed and the extra length. And then I think Justin Cooper is going to win the overall.
Okay.
I think he's going to consistently throw it in there, win the overall.
I can see that.
I can see Hart Train
Hart Crowd or whatever.
getting a podium overall, not a podium in a race, but consistently getting a podium
Just
overall.
finds his way in there again.
Yep.
All right. Yeah.
So I'm actually really sad Jet's not going to be there because I feel like Jet would win one of them.
At least one.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the kid too. So
Gets good starts, has good speed for that amount of time. So anything else you want to touch on here before we? How about shout out to Ricky Brabeck winning the Dakar?
no, that's pretty cool. American winning the car.
American on a
Andrew Short
Honda.
going 10th.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Great job out there.
those guys got massive balls.
Big cojones.
They got big old balls.
Would not do that at all.
Never. I'm not going wide open through a desert.
Nope. All right. Anything else you got or?
No, I'm just really looking forward to next week with the Triple Crown. Really looking forward to seeing what you guys have to say about the whole, what you think of our thoughts on the Frenchie situation, what you guys think of our thoughts on some of the other stuff. So
What are your thoughts on it? Again, comment down below. Make sure to like.
we
and
try to
subscribe.
interact with you a little bit, and
I answer comments a few times a week, most of the time.
I answer a couple and stuff like that.
So anyway, this has been another episode of the Moto Aftermath Show presented by TLR Coatings and Durango Guitar Works. Again, make sure to check them out. Links in the description below. Links in the description below to support us. We will be back next week for a wrap up of our first Triple Crown
Will Justin
race.
be here? We don't know.
We don't know. You never know. So, and Justin's like sick, so it's kind of an acceptable excuse, I guess.
Maybe.
So, anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see everybody next week.